Well, this is Cardo's Media, and yeah, don't blame the messenger. Yeah.
Yo, you don't know, this is Trilogy, straight out of Dominica, and you're tuned in to Cardo's Media. Don't blame the messenger. Boom! And you're tuned in to Cardo's Media. Don't blame the messenger.
Yo, yo. What it do? What it do? What it do? What it do? What's going on, Clint?
Hey man, I just chilling.
You just chilling.
Yeah,
You look like you have a big smile on your face, man. You had a good day today, man.
yeah, it was cool.
All right.
Usual thing, Nothing excited. Same old, same old.
Mm. Well, at least you had a cool day, a great day, a great day. Well,
Yeah,
with me though, it's always a great day because I'm happy to be alive. You know, happy to be alive, have a breath of life. Because some of us in our society never wake up and have this day. So you have to
yeah,
be
man.
grateful and be thankful. Blessings, Verna. How you doing? How you doing this evening? We on late, but we here tonight. So yeah, Carlos Media in the building. My partner Drex in the building. Fido so you gonna join us in a little while again, but we here. And we just want to say it's May, the 22nd day of May. 2 more days away from the big announcement, big meeting, big rally. Are you ready for the rally, Clint? Are you gonna be there?
No, you gotta be busy, man. I'll be a part of that.
No, man. You have to be part of the thing. You have to be part there. You have to be right there and say yes, man. Big rally.
Uh, I'll follow it on
Celebration.
social media.
Eh?
I'll check it out on social media.
Okay. Well, I understand. I understand. So, but yeah, man, we in the building tonight, and we decided to have an open talk, an open discussion again to see where our minds are and see what our plans are. Clint, I've been pondering all day long what is going to take place on the 25th. That's been on my mind all day long. What is going to take place on the 25th? Has that been in your mind?
Um, um, it kind of demonic though.
It's kind of demonic.
Yeah.
Let me not say things I don't know about. I don't want to talk about things I don't know. So, what go on, Terry? Terry, that's good, my brother. How you doing? Share the life, Terry. Verna, share the life too. But yeah, why would you say it's kind of demonic? What
There's
would bring
something
it?
about the numbers. There's something about the numbers. The numbers. Those numbers. OPM forever doing things with some numbers.
Yeah.
And this time we have in the house 5 plus 5 is 55.
Uh-huh.
And then 25, 5, 25 is 55.
Yeah.
I mean, is that a coincidence or is something hidden? Is
Something
something
cooking.
hidden?
Hmm.
Some kind of mystery number. The most and one and one is 11, all that kind of shit. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't want to tell Dominicans, we're going to go over there on Sunday. Be careful.
Be careful, eh?
Yeah, be careful. There's some kind of sacrifice gonna happen. Some kind of Jim Jones kind of thing. I don't know. Maybe not in a meal, but something demonic. I don't know.
Hmm. Well, me myself I can't count. No.
Yeah, that sounds good, That sounds really good.
I
Remember,
count.
remember when was the last election?
Um December. or 2022?
December the 6th, right?
Yeah, the 6th of December 2022. Yeah.
Right. So you have to do with the 6, number 6. It was 2022. And then the one before was in
19.
2019. He had a funny
2019.
number again. And then in 2014, he had this strange number. I don't know.
But I
I mean,
honestly, I don't know, but it seemed weird to me and
and
very
I'll tell
coincidental.
you, again. Just day before yesterday, this lady from Barbados, this Dr. Hines,
Yes, you were telling me about her. Yeah,
yeah, she had that stuff with what's his name, the pastor there.
Rodney.
Yeah, and it's this kind of. I mean, the most troubling thing for me is why would somebody want to lead a country when the people don't want you?
But
Why would you want to? Why would
who
you
said
want
the
to
people don't
force?
want the man? Who said the people don't want the man?
Let me tell you something. I live in Dominica, that's be around.
Yeah,
He have many ways to skin a cat.
true.
Yeah. And you can listen to people. People fed up with them. Dominican young people fed up with Dominican Labour Party. It's a fact.
But that's all
And
they do.
you don't even have to ask the question. You can see up when today I was coming out of Capuchin and I passed through, I didn't come to Portsmouth. I passed through Delaford to go down Penville because I was looking for yams and ginger and them things. I mean, this guy, young guy, where I met him again? I met him in a place they call him Galba. Galba. That's a little village between Upper Penville and Lower Penville. So I
Okay.
drop him out. I drop him out in the junction by Blenheim. And I don't trip the question. And he was like, he voted for me. He told me, partner, I can tell you the truth, I vote for the man already. And I voted for the man again. So I says, but you're gonna vote.
Look how coming for you there soon. The person say, nah, Drex, they not. Because if they were, they would have done something already.
No, no, no. Moving, you don't understand what happened. Just now. So I asked the kid, well, he younger than me. Me say maybe either late 20s, late 20s, he reached 30 yet. So he telling me he don't want to vote. I said, well, if you don't vote, it means you like what I'm going on. He tell me, no, he don't like what I'm going on. So I said, okay, if you vote, it's because you love it. But if you don't vote, it's you like it. You like what happened. He tell me, no, you. He tell me, I already think about that. I say, you need to think about it. You have to vote. I mean, you can see a young guy, he educated, you can see that this conversation is up there. And I guess he aspiring for better, but it's so difficult to get there. And he can see, because if I listen to him well, the man paying attention to what I have. The man been forensic man bring about other young people in the society down there. I don't feel in them people there. And I mean, everywhere in Dominica you go now, you hear the man talking about, oh, the man want to go election already. 2 years. They call it short term the other time there, and what the man really think they're doing. That kind of conversation there. Obviously, yes, you're gonna find one or two labor right that can better. They go try to follow them, that kind of thing. It's boy, let me tell you. I don't know. I can only say so much, yeah.
Somebody
Yeah.
asked the question, what's happening on the 25th, Richie? Huh.
Well, we have to open our ears and listen.
I gonna answer you
But something
honestly.
will happen.
I don't know what is happening on the 25th. Honestly, I don't. What I believe, which is not factual, is opinionated, is going to happen on the 25th. Is a ritual.
Or
Is a ritual. And the leading into They're leading into something that Dominica don't want to be led into. What it may be, I can't put a finger on it, and I don't want to go on live and say what I think, because then I want you guys to give me your opinion of what you think is going to happen on the 25th.
Phobia they're gonna do.
That is Clint's opinion. I want you guys to hear that. That is Clint's opinion.
And I was by MoneyGram Monday, and this woman, I hope, and she was she's from Portsmouth. I think she's a teacher. And this woman, they're talking about how you have to pray for Mr. Them. Why can't I ever waste my prayers on them people there?
Let me say this. Let me say this, Clint.
Uh,
Some of the people and them get affected directly by them. So obviously they're gonna say, "Let us pray for them." I gotta give you a little quote first before you continue. Not everybody that do good for you means good for you.
obviously, yes.
Do you understand that? It might be good for you because I give you $100 that you didn't have. You might be able to feed your children, you might be able to buy a cylinder, you might be able to do certain things. But that doesn't mean that it's good for you. I don't want nobody to make it go over their head and don't understand what I say. Not everybody that does good for you means good for you. Say that into your pipe and smoke it.
And you know what was more ironic? She didn't come by MoneyGram to send away money. She come to accept money from somebody. Which means to say, they're throwing a hard line down here. You're a teacher, you're in a position you can't make it. So somebody outside there have to swallow the value.
I know there's a rally on the 1st of June in Dubla. So Clint,
Yeah,
the 25th of the 25th year of the 5th month,
55.
what do you think is going to take place on said date?
Like you said, it's gonna be a ritual disguised in some kind of prelude to something. But I believe you're gonna have accident. I believe you're gonna have dead.
You believe you're going to have that?
Yes.
So let me ask you. Remember in 2013 or leading up to 2020 when the that was in 2018. When was it? It had an election in 2019, right? What time was that?
December the 6th, 2019.
So then, if an election gonna call, they might call it the 6th month of the 25th day of the 6th month.
Remember, it was 6/12/19.
6/12/19. Let me add that up real quick.
Something like that. 6/12/19.
That is 37. So look, this comment coming in here now. Dominica have been under a spell for a very long time. Rituals been happening on a very long time. That darkness have been over Dominica for a very long time.
You see that money they give them people that last week there? One or two of them go down go.
There was an accident just before election that took the life of a young man from La Plaine. It took the life of a young woman as well in 2019 from Wesley.
Remember those? Say again?
Remember, it took a young woman from Wesley in 2019.
Who was that?
I don't know people's name on live,
Okay,
but
okay.
it's up to that. But they are
Remember the five of them?
a
Remember
very
the five
close
of them
friend
that
of
fly
mine.
over?
Huh?
Remember the five of them that fly over the cliff in Penville?
Penville, yes, I remember them.
Yeah. Okay.
And the young person I'm talking about from Wesley fly over a cliff too. In
Oh,
Paybush.
yeah. Up to today, we was talking about that.
Yeah, in Paybush,
Yeah,
yes.
they bush down in Sus. It's what you call
Yeah.
that?
Go down,
That
go down,
by
in Dubla. Go down in is
the
Dubla.
Sus, they call it there, Sus, by the bus stop there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a very close friend of mine. That hit me.
My
Talking
family,
about that, I know I shiver in.
my cousin.
Yeah. So you
Yeah.
know, I know about it. I've seen it coming into Dominica. Whenever you're coming into Dominica, yo, you always seeing a very strange cloud over Dominica all the time. Every time I ever fly into Dominica, it's a cloud over Dominica. I don't know what it is. You know, I don't know what it
Yeah.
is. But
Most I can tell Dominican young people, try to avoid taking things from those people there and try to be careful as much as they can. Because the people are evil. They're evil. And the reason why they're evil because they're non-productive. You've been sitting there for 20 plus years and you can't move the country and you feel you want to see them there forever and ever. So you have to pull the devil tail for you to stay there.
today I sat back and I was really wondering why we actually taking this loan thing for electoral reform. They claim in Parliament it could take between 12 to 15 months to to get everything up to date and running in a proper manner. 12 to 15 months. 15 months would make it close to 2 more years. In December, it will be 2 more years, supposedly.
Which election do 28, 2028.
28,
Do
yeah.
not do that.
Mhm.
And the fellas can't wait because things are against them. I
But,
tell you
but, but
plenty of them people are going to spoil. So they might have to call an election fast for them to stay there.
this is,
That happen. The
you,
airport
you,
project has never done that. They're going to done there.
this morning I had a conversation with a very close partner of mine, very, very close partner of mine. And the boy tell me, Dominica is like an old prostitute. You know what
But
I
you
mean?
know, like,
An old prostitute where you're selling yourself for so long. You're selling yourself for so long. Right now, your value dropped so low that nobody even want to see you. Nobody don't want to buy you. Because you like,
you see,
let me say for instance, you was $100 10 years ago. Right now, your value don't know $100 again. Your value might be $5, $10 now because nobody don't want you.
you
You
never
run up.
realize something.
Mm,
We just come on the live, right? And it's so sad to see that every time we come on the live, we have to be drilling our country. Yeah. And it's not to say we do not just for doing that sake, you know.
of
It's a
course, yeah.
reality. It's a reality of the situation in Dominica. And you know, sometimes I listen to Q95 and sometimes we want to listen to it because I hear some characters call the station and trying to defend. And I wonder, you know, what they're trying to defend. I mean, it's so clear. It's so clear to see we not going anywhere.
Right.
You understand? We don't go nowhere. Look today, I going on Portsmouth. I got it all right. And today he telling me, boy, they doesn't feel shame those kind of road. I tell her, well, right now, I don't be making noise about the road because the way I see it, well, when we pass Blenheim, I tell her, well, we was in a construction zone, you know, so most likely we are getting the benefit of it all. But the point is, beyond the construction zone is more problem.
No problem.
Eh?
You know when
You
I
know,
was you know, it's one time, maybe 2 times I passed that road there, so because I afraid to pass down there, so last time I was in Dominica before that, I drive go down coming from Portsmouth. I missed one hole in the road. I hit the next one on my tire. 2 tire on my tire, boss. 2 tire on my boss flat to me.
but one of them night to go on Portsmouth, and my son was on a truck coming up because he does ship out the fish and so.
Okay.
So the vehicle that carried them down, they was going up, but it was at the back. So I see him calling me. So I like, hello, what's up? Tell me, Daddy, where you there? I tell him we live in Portsmouth now. He telling me 2 tires on the same side of the truck, boss, right in Blenheim Bridge there. How they fall in the hole, bad boss.
Boss,
We meet
yeah.
them. We meet them by the river on the river bank. They pull up there. We have to leave the truck there. Go up Benz and look for help. Well, them fellas go back to the driver. So he come up together with us. You know?
Yeah.
And that's the kind of thing. So for some people to see them outside there and thinking, hey, you know how long that piece of road between Layu Park going down Sultan Layu Park there to go down Layu Valley bad?
Well, a good while now.
Eh?
A
You
good
think it
while
would make
now.
more sense? It would make more sense if a sensible government address a project at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Eh?
Yeah.
So if it's a road alone, you can fix for the year, fix it properly and make sure you're done with it. Then next year, if you have to order road based on value, fix it and done with it.
Yeah.
And what is essentially running around the country making little piece of road? And then you want to come to the people and tell them, we make 200 miles of road or 50 mile of road or 150 mile road. And they are not the little piece them way.
Yeah. Yeah. But what's that, Drex too? What's that? Why going you push you're going up? I have a project in Portsmouth. I have a project in Casablanca. I have a project in Wesley. I have a project in Roseau. Does that make sense?
No.
Focus on one project at a time. When you complete one, you do, and you're there for 25 years. You shouldn't be trying to vibe projects back to back. No, you should have been focusing on them issues that didn't just come up yesterday. Let me read this comment here real quick. I have 2 comments to read. Let me read them. Spiritual wickedness in high and low places, but every road have an end. God doesn't sleep. Nothing happens before its time. So everything, there's time and a season. Next comment. Dominicans are their own worst enemy. They have no problem staying hungry and buying shrimp and salmon for their ministers. They will steal,
Like sell their pot. Sell their pot.
sell their pot for a plate of stupid. I'm the show. I can't say what I was about. But my people, we got to open our eyes to the reality of things. The reality of things. Fido, go ahead with your. Let Fido talk for 2 seconds. Let me hear what Fido had to say tonight.
But why is the topic we started doing tonight? I wasn't there, so sorry about
The
that.
topic we started, what's going on the 25th of the 25th of the 25th, the 5th of the 5th month of the 25th year 25th day? What's going on?
I would like to think. I like to think there be an announcement of a date. You know,
Of what kind of a date?
of an election date. I believe it's
An election date.
election date. He might change it. Go
Earlier
ahead.
today, we had a conversation earlier today.
Yeah, we did have a conversation.
And what Google tell you about the 25th of the 25th? The 5th of the 25th of the 25th year. What did Google tell you?
I can break it to them so they can understand properly. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I put in the 25th of the 5th of the 25th. You will see it. It told me that the date, well, the 5th of the 5th of the 25th, which is May the 5th, 2025, is a square root day. But it also tells me 555 is a portal with an emphasis on transformation.
But repeat that again so people can hear.
It says that if you Google the 25th of the 5th, 25, the meaning of it, you will see the date, the 5th of the 5th, 25th, 2005, which is May the 5th, 2005, is a square root date. See what it see? I don't know what that's. I don't.
Yeah, 5,
I don't know what that means.
25.
But then,
5, 25.
but then it also say the 5-5-5 is a portal with an emphasis on transformation. No, that is very funny too. When we have the conversation, it's very funny because our prime minister say 5 plus 5 is 55.
I don't want to keep saying that on this show tonight, no, please.
Yeah, I just
from saying that number.
Which is what is closer to the portal of the emphasis on transformation. So I don't know what that means. I can't tell what that means, but that's what I get in.
And that's what Google tell you. Google
tell me that, you know, off the bat.
Okay. So my people, if you want to find out what the 5th month, the 25th day of the 2025 year mean, go on Google and type it in for yourself. Google will tell you it's a portal, it's a square root day. A square root day means it's a square. Freemasonry operates in squares. That's what I'm gonna leave with you in your pipe for you to smoke tonight.
So it is a demonic thing.
I think. Why? You think we should go with the footage you do the picture you sent me this morning as we sat on it?
Yes, put it up on the screen. Put it up on the screen. Put it up on the screen. My people, we just come on live and we just talk. But we just also try to do our little research in the back end. So don't think when we come on live, we don't just come to run our mouth and panic because we have a mouth to talk. We just do all little research to make sure that we come with facts for you. Because why? Facts make you sit back and think. Let me read this comment that was people pulling up this thing here real quick. The best thing that the government should be doing now, whether it's a loan or CBI, is to build back some factories and work on the agricultural industry. I think very good, my brother. Very good. If the government was taking the loan to open up 2 factories, I would be clapping.
Yeah, but I don't want to be negative, you know. But because we don't have the capacity right now to handle those things, is what the Prime Minister is saying.
Miss Ophelia Telemark, let me read your comment. So he wants 55 people for his party to win election. I don't think that's the fact that he's trying to bring across. The fact he's trying to bring across is a square root day. That is an Freemasons operate with squares and triangles. Is something to do.
And I'm going to.
With
Let me just pull up the.
Richie, let me tell you something.
Uh-huh.
All the kangaroo and grow all over the world. That day is a day for sacrifice.
Okay.
Clinton, I don't understand what you're saying, you know, but you know.
Okay.
So let's read this real quick. Every day for the next 10 days is going to be the same backwards. So 5/20, 2025, 5/20,
5/20,
2021,
2020.
5/2022, 25, 5/2023, 25, and all. Let's just keep going down the line.
Yes, and just for clarity's sake, you see the five on the first. So the first date is a 5 of the 20th, 2025.
Mhm.
Taking it the other way, 5, then you come back to 20, and it's a 2 and a 5. So it's the same thing forward and backward.
Yes.
Everything going on there is the same thing. So let me just go back to the date that was mentioned in the comment from the Prime Minister. When you Google it, it points you back to the square root date, and then it shows you how the 5 and the 5 and the 5 is a portal for transformation. So that is just very. So I just find, if we just find it off that of a simple Google search is that we get in with what he's been saying almost subliminally for the past couple of days.
Mm-hmm.
You understand me? And we don't think it's by chance.
No, it's not by
We think it's a strategy.
it's a strategy, definitely. So
Okay.
let me say this to the people who keep going on Facebook and saying about 5 and 5 is whatever, is a repetition. Keep on repeating, you keep on enchanting something. But
Hmm.
what I see in there, now, yeah, it's the truth, my brother. It's the truth. We just bringing it to the light so people can see and understand. So
So so
I cannot tell
I
people in the general public, stop saying 5 and 5 is whatever.
yeah, leave it alone.
Stop saying it because the more you repeat it, is the more it brings life to it. What is the transformation? The transformation, my
Oh,
brother, I
we,
really don't
we
know.
don't know. We don't
I am
know.
I am not the
But
one.
let me just draw some more reference to that. It's just so crazy that during this time of the year where all the dates are the same forward and backward, he's making that special date within it.
With
Almost the
it.
center, we're almost in the center of it.
Okay then. Okay then. So to my prayer warriors and to my people who believe in a power that is higher than them, pray for all your country. Because something is going to happen. I don't know what it is. I right now I tell you, whole day I sit down there and I ponder on this topic because trust and believe you me, I did not want to bring this topic out personally on a personal note because I felt that that topic that wasn't for me to bring up. That's what I felt. But when I discussed it with my colleagues, they say it's onus on us to bring it out. It's an onus on us when we have the information, we have to share the information.
You know,
And
I think we should do. We should try to get some big pastor to burn a fire on the podcast there. Yeah, burn some fire behind them people there. Because something tells me something spectacular going to happen on that day.
On that day.
just spectacular, no, my brother. Just spectacular.
Huh?
Just spectacular. Says
Yeah, something spectacular. As to what it is, we don't know, but you can see that it's devil worship that be. That happening that happening in broad daylight. I mean, come on. It's not the same way we go in on the internet and watch how people like Jay-Z and what's his wife name again?
Beyonce.
Beyonce and them worshiping the devil in broad daylight
Mm-hmm.
with the Illuminati and those things. Well, look at there, right there. Virgin, the most I can tell young people, if you can stay away from that thing, they just stay away from that.
stay away from it. Man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
because something funny will happen. That is the blood the man want for them to can go forward. I mean, if, for, you know, I mean, why? My brother, if you're a good leader, nobody gonna have a problem to vote for you.
To vote for you.
No dog, no gonna back. But it is clear you are not a good leader. And so help my God, I wish Mr. Them lost election for Dominicans to understand the gravity of the problem we're facing. You know. Just for that alone, you know, among other things.
Read that comment there, please.
Huh?
Read the comment that come in there.
My brother, it's been happening for 20 plus years. You know, just opening people's eyes. It's not lie. But somebody has to step forward to do it. And praise God, Richie have that platform where a whole lot of people following it. A whole lot of people following it. I know some people don't like what I'm going on there tonight because we're opening the eyes of young people. Stay by all your home.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Stay by all your home. Stay on your village. Because something is about to happen. And some of us will be crying. But, like I say,
Is that choice for everybody to make right now?
yeah,
A
never.
choice. We bringing the message out there. Now, let me say this, This is not no attack on nobody's belief or nobody's faith in whatever, or nobody's political party or political allegiance. This is a cry for our people to realize that something ain't normal. And we're not just coming and telling you, okay, believe what we're saying. We're telling you to Google it for yourself. Punch in 52525 and ask it the meaning. That's all you have to do in Google. 52525 and say meaning. And Google will tell you. Don't take my word for it. Don't take Keto word for it. Don't take Drex word for it. Google will tell you.
You see what is my word? My word is why a set of people have to do such things to stay in government? Why is it urgency? I mean, why is it reason? Why would you have to be devilish or demonic to stay in power? So you don't know when you go down that road there. It's the same nastiness that gonna happen after you win.
Mm-hmm.
More people gonna die. What amount of young people are dead for a year there? Some kind of funny death.
All right then.
Some kind of funny way people dying nowadays. Some funny accident. And you're just dead. I tell my son.
Every day
I tell my son, do not take money from those people. No, I did tell him that. Do not take money from those people. Work for your own money. Allow them people there with the nastiness they are going on. You understand? Because I find it myself. Nowadays you will say funeral is a new thing in Dominica and pure young people.
Young people are dying.
Yes.
Old people are dying again. Old people are dying. Every day is a young person. I in the funeral.
Richie, when I call you there, when I call you a while ago,
yeah,
I see in a memorial in what the place there? Roseau North there.
Roseau North, Stock Farm
area. Another young man dead again.
Yes,
They
sir.
are lighting candle lighting for him or something like that.
Oh, for the guy who
Vigil.
hung himself. The guy who hung himself.
Okay.
Ah, okay.
You see,
I think it's Fonkole.
those things are not normal. People don't know that just so.
Just
Then look in the little playground. The little playground where I fought young there. Child gets stabbed up in the playground there by another child.
yes, boy.
Allegedly. I am not look when we was growing up, when we was growing up, you know, on a Friday you will hear about a higas. I'm sure everybody knows what a higas. Higas is when I fight two children fighting.
Yeah,
Higas.
yeah. Hand,
It
hand,
was
hand
Hip
no,
fight,
no
hop,
hand fight,
weapons. It
hand
was
fight. No
no
hip
weapons.
weapons,
hop,
no weapons. Yeah.
stone.
Heap up, man. Heap up, up.
Higas, no man on the back
Heap
of
up.
field. Do you hear about them kind of things there so? But nowadays, before somebody touch somebody, it's a stabbing, it's a chopping,
That's
it's a
shedding,
shooting, it's
a shedding
something.
of blood, a shedding of blood.
What is
Oh
really
my
going
brother, in my little age growing up, I only had two drunk names. Pensy, that's Laron and them. Well, Laron died. You know, all that know Laron, right?
Yeah, I know Laron, Edwards and them, Edwards.
Laron Barrett and Pensy, their sister. She drowned in Maragala in Mambri.
Mm.
Then
Oh, okay.
you had this girl down there for Coyce and them. She had to call Coyce uncle. I can't remember her name. Is Annette. Annette is the one in Antigua. I can't remember her name again. She drowned Cabana side down there. And then Ken Foniva, well, he wasn't really a drowning, it was an accident. But that was the only three things I can recall happened in my young lifetime coming up, you know. And
Coming
then,
up.
well, recently, Gizmo's son
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
had a miss. I don't know how to call that, you know.
And Bolo.
Yeah.
But I was recent. But in my
Yeah,
young time
And
growing
Bolo
up,
too.
Bolo was well, yeah.
those things there wasn't normal. Bolo them one wasn't normal. They wasn't normal.
Mm-hmm.
You see Bolo and Grell and them there wasn't
Mm-hmm.
normal.
Okay,
So
well, yeah, definitely.
And,
them things were
and
so, yeah.
the last little boy from Wesley the other day, up to now they can't find him.
Oh yes, Kishon.
All, you see,
Yeah, man. Yeah,
that's what I'm
man.
telling you. So in my young little time, like in my 9 years, 8 years, come up teenager, I only had one thing I had to as a teenager. I was Ken. I was about maybe 12 years when that happened. And still I'm a teenager is a dollar cent.
Mm-hmm.
You know. I was in common entrance class when that happened. So, but nowadays, this mysterious people don't disappear, dead. Every weekend somebody just ride on a bike and dead. So now you have to wonder if it's something they're taking from somebody and they end up dead. So the most I can say tonight there is young people stay away from Roosevelt and the 25. Because it is demonic.
I coming in. The Bible says that people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. People need to wake up
Spiritually.
spiritually. Things don't just happen. But I believe in the power of the Most High God.
Me too.
Next
Me
comment that
too.
come in. Next comment that come in. It is said that everybody that receives anything from this government is hooked. And everyone in Dominica has received something from the government, one way or the other. Whether it's financial aid, housing, jobs, and so on. If you check everything that you do in Dominica presently, you must go to the government. And as long as this is happening, we are doomed.
So
But
it's like,
I gotta rebut to that statement and say, yes, you might go to them for what they owe you. If they owe you something, is a difference that if you go into them and begging for something. So if I come to Drex and Drex owing me $1, Is he owing me the dollar. I don't come and beg him for the dollar he given me. So at the same time, even if I go to the government because they owe me money, it's not I begging them for the money. The difference is when you beg and when you go for what is owed to you. I think there's a difference in that. Because at the end of the day, the government affects everybody's life in Dominica, be it directly or indirectly.
Yep.
What?
Boy, I don't know.
Let me say this though, Drex. I haven't gotten anything from them. All right. So you see, look, somebody don't get nothing from them. So because look at Wesley, for instance. They come and they take my land, they come and they take your land too, sir, Mr. Jones. They come and they take your land. You know, beg you and beg them, they come and they take your stuff. So at the end of the day, they have to pay you. So I don't think it puts you.
No, not that money there. You see the money they are going around the place, election money. That money there is nasty money.
Nasty money. Okay. So let us read this comment here. Prior to 2000, I heard of one teenage death. I ever heard of drowning. I knew of one suicide. I knew of 2 traffic fatalities. Today, those are everyday occurrences. There is a real curse hovering over Dominica. I will never forget of the 5 young men who were sacrificed in the Lord. Those things will continue as long as this government is in power. Any and everyone who accepts free gifts from this government is selling their soul. Thank you very much for your explanation.
Gospel truth.
Thank you.
Anytime you accept things from them, you put in a, how you call it?
A curse on your spell on yourself.
Yes. You mark for them. You know what I just say to them.
Drex, remember I saying this. I didn't want to come and do this live. I letting people know straight up. This live right here was not a live I wanted to do. Because why? This one here is a serious thing. We can't take it for no joke, we can't no laughing. We have 12 more minutes for this live tonight. This one here is not a laughing matter, joke thing. That's a serious thing. But you don't see all them bikes they giving them young men. Now the unseen evil forces coming for their lives. That is true. You know? Freeness is worriness, you know. Freeness is worriness. Work for what you want.
Right.
Work for what you want. Nothing ever beat a hard day in the sun. Nobody not gonna say, oh, give me a buy a hole for that. You know how you know like no shakalak. Nobody not gonna do that. Nobody not gonna tell you, oh well, you want some blocks for your house? Lay down there, let me get some. Nobody not gonna do that. You know, I go down when I was Dominica there, how much people tell me you're a richie boy? I go inside the man office for like a work. The man tell me, well, nothing no free. Nothing no free, you know?
Yeah.
What that mean?
You don't know, man.
What that mean? Nothing no free. What that mean?
Everything come with a price, Richie.
You know, a young girl trying to build a house, trying to fix herself in life. Nothing no free, my dear. She has a little job just to maintain herself. Nothing no free.
Oh, you have to pass it.
Pass something.
And you would have think it's girls that have to pass it. Man have to pass it too.
Passing it too.
Yeah.
man passing it too. And actually, just one person experience, it's several people experiencing. Because what I did when I was in Dominica, I went around. I can't go and call nobody name. I don't gonna that's not my business. But I went around in every community that I could, and I asked questions. I talked to different people. I wanted to get a feel of what was going on in Dominica. I talked to people that leave America, come down Dominica too. And then people tell me, yo, Richie boy, something going on, something not right. The feeling is not there. I know the Dominica they leave when they was younger. I know the Dominica they leave 5-10 years ago. What is really going on? How can we make a change? Clint, I want you to tell us how we can make a change.
Or we can make a change just to educate people on a serious level. We also have to watch how the politics going. Maybe we have to step out a little bit and put the party thing aside because you listen to the conversation on the road and it's like young people now even fear party.
Yeah, man, they fear the party. They fear the party.
Yeah, it's a fact, I wouldn't be one that want to bring down any party or anything like that. But I know for sure, I know the one that hook up on the party. I don't really see myself like that, I don't really see myself tie on to any party.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And if we have to give young people what they really want, because the thing is, you listen to them all the time and they tell you, hey Clint, you know what? I do vote in. I know I do go and vote for Labour. They tell you that every day.
Mm-hmm.
I do go and vote for Labour, but you see that party thing there? It's time for us to come out in that.
Exactly. I heard the
I
same
don't know.
sentiment.
Yeah, they're telling you that. I mean, I had to defend our proposed our candidate a million times. But at the end of the day, they tell you straight up, they still not feeling it. No. Remember I got up independent one time?
Yeah, I remember you go up independent last election.
You put it in a scenario where you don't want Labour to win back that seat there.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes most of my head, in my mind, it's like, Jex, go back and run independent.
So wait, let me ask you this question. You feeling like you need to run independent right now?
Yeah, sometimes it just trigger me sometimes. I tell you that straight. I ain't gonna lie to you. That has nothing to do with party, What it have to do is with preventing them from getting that seat there. Because at the end of the day, I'll tell you this, I'll tell you the honest reality. The people in this constituency here that will make a party win is the young people there.
People, exactly.
Yeah. And a lot of people doesn't really figure it out that way. People like me, you don't believe me. So I understand them do have to come and tell people like me nothing because they saw I go and vote for them.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
But the people them now 18 years, getting 18, they are 18 already. The people them now have what? Let me say 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Those people there, they don't feel in Labour Party. They tell you straight every day that government there pull them down, prevent them from go up.
A comment coming. Go for it, my brother. Go for
Well, yeah,
it.
a lot of people
You
share
will
that
be surprised. You will never know. Dominicans are fed up. I was just
they're
there.
fed up. The problem is, I know I can get phone call tomorrow. but it's okay. Like I say, I went up one time, I did independent. A lot of people never understand the reason why I did it. But it doesn't mean I forget how to do it. Okay? The problem is the opposition. Well, I don't know much about team unity. And I listened to Joshua Francis this morning before I leave there. And I find it coming clear as to whether he have a party or if it has just a name on a party. Joshua sounding to me more like he want to join UWP.
Okay.
That's how I take it. I might be wrong. You understand? But anyway. So the only other party I've seen there that look like they want to do something is Team Unity.
All right.
Which is a new
new
dispensation, a new vibration that. But the young people that will tell you all the time, they don't trust in the UWP. No, I watch that scenario play out in the UWP there, and God help me. I hope I'm wrong. And I gotta tell you, Richie, I gotta tell it to you. Again, and my partner back again. You see what Roosevelt do with Joseph Isaac?
Okay, sir. Hold on. We have 3 minutes into the program here now. That conversation you want to start there, so I don't think I want you to start it.
So leave it there.
Better if a lot of people get up and go up independent, they would get a lot of votes just for Labour not to win. That's the comment. So you say what happened to Joseph Isaac then now? You had 2 minutes. You had 2 minutes.
Remember in Parliament, Joseph Isaac was like a thorn under Roosevelt's carrot foot.
Yes, I remember that.
And what did Roosevelt do?
You make him speaker of the house.
Right. He set him up and make him speaker of the house. I watched a debate go on there in the week there between Roosevelt and Paris. And I go and tell Paris straight up, my brother, me and Irie, we don't no beef, nothing. But I tell you straight, he's an educated guy, he's an eloquent guy. I just find you too friendly with Roosevelt. I find you too weak towards him. Because there's no way in the house that Roosevelt could make me hush. I would open my voice up, I would overpower him, and even if they switch off the mic, I would run him full of shock.
Because that's what Joseph Isaac used to do.
You understand?
Oh my God, the people in the topic hot now, or don't want to shut up the live.
What happened?
Somebody said the topic hot now, I want to shut up the live.
No, you have to pay attention to what happening. I watching everything that going on. The way I see the man start the conversation and go, and then I see Roosevelt sidetracking him all the time, and even offering him job.
Yeah, okay.
And
I got you. Call me.
No, see about it. You're smiling. I don't smile at people there. No, I wouldn't smile at people there. So now I wonder now. Me that saying that there. I wonder now. Maybe wrong, my thoughts may be wrong, but you may be right. It's my opinion. I wonder now if Pierre ever plan to reach out to Delbert to offer him a position.
Whoa.
I tell you the Margot election going to be very interesting, you know.
Whoa.
That Margot, they say, there's a bastion for UWP there. One way or the other, it's going to be interesting.
Wait, I want you know to pause for a second and repeat what you just said. Now, people, before Drex comes back and say what he says, this is his opinion. It's not factual. Go ahead, Jerry.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I always saying things where I observe things. And I'm saying, back in the day, Joseph Isaac was a person like Mr. Paris. Educated, eloquent, go-getter. Hold a conversation, straight to the point, he just trouble them. PM find his way to Joseph Isaac. And you see what happened.
Mm-hmm.
They give him a position. As to what else they give him, I cannot say. Okay?
Yeah.
But it's alleged that they gave him a package. So now we have another opportunity here. Here it is we have, I will say, Paris is a very intelligent man. He's a go-getter. He had the same traits like Joseph. You know, when you come on having a conversation, he like that. But I have a problem. I don't say if we can be friends though. But I just find him
Too friendly.
a loving relationship going on between them two there. A very tolerant relationship. I don't say because I opposition and his government that's supposed to have an issue with you. But there's supposed to be a disparity between two of all you.
Of course. Yeah.
And I just find it like they'll just come to him easy. I may be wrong. They will can correct me. I subject to correction, you know, it's the idea. But it's based on how I maybe he don't pay attention to it. But me on the outside watching the disposition, I say to myself, boy, what already going on there?
Yeah.
So in the back of my mind is like, will I wake up tomorrow and hear they'll go to win Margot's seat? And then what I don't want you to do, they'll do it.
Clint, that is your
My opinion.
let me put up a disclaimer.
I subject for correction, eh? But otherwise,
this is the opinion of Clint Rule and Clint Rule only.
yes, I say that, and I only say that. I know I will get flack for it, but I only say if anybody wants, just go back and watch the debate, and you will see what I'm telling you.
Yeah, I watched the debate.
I still put up my hand in the air, and I tell you, I may be wrong, but I only say that based on what I see,
and also based on past experiences.
Good.
Because I watched a video of Joseph Isaac in Parliament arguing with the Prime Minister, and now he and the Prime Minister is best buddies. I can't tell big people what to do.
No.
Go back and watch the videos. What we do on this program here, my people, is bring things to perspective. We put it in your face. Do your own research. What we say here is not factual. It's not to incite nobody to do nothing. It's to incite you to go and do your research. All we do is research. We do not want to form no opinion for nobody. All right.
So that's why I'm telling you now. They say all hands on deck.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Good. Look today I hear well, it's not today, yesterday. Yesterday I was listening to what's his name? UPP. Joshua
Francis, yeah.
He wasn't saying it directly, but indirectly what I was getting from him, he would be willing to go up independent.
Look, somebody say I saw the same thing, my brother. All
Oh,
right, all right. So please, just go back in your archives and watch the videos.
yeah, go back and watch it.
The man that had the loudest voice in the UWP outside of Mr. Linton was,
Joseph Isaac.
I didn't call nobody name.
When, let me tell you. But let me tell you, I used to emulate Mr. You know, boy. When Mr. crossed the floor, I feel like a hole in the center of my chest, so I couldn't believe he do that, you know.
You do that. All right then.
Yes, I wanna lie. I
Money.
used to,
What,
I used
what
to
does money do?
love playing Mr. Huh?
What does money do?
Make strange bedfellows.
All right, money talk, bullshit walk, my
Bullshit
brother.
walk.
Money talk.
So I just wondering now if that about to happen again. And nobody can beat me for that. I wonder if that's about to happen again.
We in 2025.
Yeah.
He get up and form a party. Now he wants to go independent. That's Joshua Francis. Well, you never know. People must change. People strange things for change. I
I
don't
think
know.
I think Joshua in his heart he's still a UWP.
Yeah.
He just had some strange issues with members of the party. I guess he and Lennox had beef, you know, but I believe his heart is true to UWP.
But let me say this, eh? I want to say this before we go any further. Yeah, man, come in, man. You're good. Before we go any further, I just want to say this. Everybody whom in life, everybody does have differences of opinion, differences in how they feel about certain things, right? Everybody. But you don't make everybody know your business. So me and Drex and Fido might not share the same opinion. But when we come on the live, it's Drex, Fido, and Richie. Not Drex in our corner, Fido in our corner, and Richie in our next corner. No. We come together and we bring out the live. We might be fighting when we get off the live. Eh? Nobody knows. But in the public eye, we're coming through with one message. And when you have a message and it's coming through distorted and it's coming through all over the place, nobody is going to want to listen. When in Parliament as well, the Honorable Denise, that's the lady from Supriya side, she threw a talk on the Honorable Senator and say, go and talk to Thompson Fontaine. You get me?
Mm-hmm.
She tell him, go and talk to Thompson Fontaine, knowing that they having a little dispute at this moment. So when people on the outside can see a dispute, do you think they want to follow you? Do you think so? I don't think so. So we have a couple comments. Let me take the couple comments there real quick. This is one here coming in. When those independent candidates, when their seats,
Win their seats.
win their seats, what are they going to do? Okay, that's one question. Next comment is Joseph. Joseph Isaac was a real good talker on the worker side.
Mm-hmm.
And then he go on the opposition side and he doing the same thing. And we have one more comment there. It's happening more than it happens more than once.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, my people, all of us who follow in the live tonight, if you find the discussion is good tonight, is because it's a problem you guys seeing. It's a problem you all seeing and want to get fixed. It's a problem you all seeing, and we seeing it too. But we here to just bring the message to you. Do what you want with the information.
Okay, somebody just asked a question about when the independent candidate win, what they're going to do. They're going to form a government. The guy said, yeah, they're going to form a government. They will choose a leader. According to how the election go, they might merge with a party.
True.
You never know. And they choose a leader. But the intention is not to allow the Labour Party to go back there.
Or not to allow the Labour Party to just win all 21 constituencies.
No, the intention is to get them out of there.
I understand that. But
You
at the
just don't
same
want them to
time,
get 11.
huh?
You just don't want them to get 11. That's it. But the independent movement would have to be able to make amends with a party that have 1 or 2 seats and form a government. Be it Team Unity or UWP, I don't see UPP doing anything for that. So the only 2 parties you can talk about now that looking like they were on election would be UWP and Team Unity.
Yeah.
You understand? So if Team Unity get a seat or 2, and Independence get a couple of seats, and UWP get some seats, then the 3 parties will join.
We have formed a coalition because we have already had a coalition.
Yes.
We had a coalition. In order for Labour to win the first time, they had to join with Freedom to form a coalition.
Right.
So it's something that has happened before.
That would be a very sensible thing to happen. Our constituency is very questionable. You know, hiding behind the bush to say that it is. It's very questionable. You know. And I personally don't want Labour to win in Wesley again. I'm telling you. So you see, dragging by him now, huh?
The question I want to ask Dominicans is, ask yourself, Dominicans, what has happened in your constituency in the past 25 years? Write it down on a sheet of paper. What has happened in your constituency in the past 25 years? And if you have less than 10 things that has happened in your constituency in a positive manner, something is wrong. If you have less than 10 things that have taken place in your constituency in the past 25 years, less than 10 things that have taken place in your constituency in the past 25 years, something is wrong. So that you make up your mind and decide what you want to do. Because if you can't pinpoint 10 positive things that the government that is in power right now has done in your constituency in the past 25 years, and you're still gonna vote for them and give them an X, you is irresponsible. And you are the reason why Dominica is the way it is right now.
Wow. Okay.
Don't blame no government. Don't blame nobody but yourself.
I feel like go up independent again.
We here tonight, breaking news. First on Cardo's Media, Fido, Focus with Fido, Ricardo page. Mr. Clint Rule has said he's feeling like going back up independent again.
Again. Wow.
And my brother, If the film become a reality, I will support.
You see, the fact of the matter is, I don't want us to lose that seat there.
If the film become a reality, my brother, I will support you. The people don't want labor anymore, and they don't want UWP. They will not vote for anyone that is
Or works with UWP. Okay.
UWP. So the best thing is for the independent candidate to form a new party. To lose his somebody said to lose your deposit. Go up, bro. Jason, what's going on, my
Oh,
brother?
look.
Jason, what's going up? What's going on? Hear that, Jason said, go
Loses
up,
his
bro.
deposit.
Go up. Hey, Jason,
Yes,
you
my
know
brother.
Anybody? Okay, Jason first seat. Anybody second it?
Jason says that's the best. Okay, look at next person. That's the best thing that
Drex.
have to do.
Yeah.
Remain that way until a new
Party, most likely is formed. Oh, look, somebody second it.
So
look at next person second it.
Right, 2 seconds that. So the eyes have it. Drex, the eyes have it on the live tonight. You are asked
Well, you
to go
should,
up
yeah.
independent once
Should go up
again.
independent. Wow.
And my brother, I will support you. I will be in your corner. Hey, but Drex, the comments coming in now. The people want you to go up independent. Wesley has to stay competitive. Yes, man.
Of course.
Yes,
Of course.
man. Drex, the ball is now in your court. Figure out what you want. You can say it right now if you want to, or you can wait till another day. But right here, right now, people are saying they want you to run.
They want you to go up independently for Wesley.
No, I know, I know. See, the thing is, like I said, the Workers' Party choose a candidate, and you know me already how I stay. I don't always respect it and work with them, see what I can do, always try to defend, stuff. But as if I don't see, I listen to the young people, and I know it's them I listen to. Oh, for real. I know it's them I listen to every day.
Yeah.
And every time I pull up and have a conversation, I just see we going far away from them. And they're telling you what they want. Sometimes I have to duck them. I have to duck the conversation from them, flip it away from me. Flip it away from me and they check any bullshit talking. But you go be last time, you lost your deposit. I never even asked to vote, so you don't know if you're going to vote. You see that kind of thing there? I be thinking about that all the time, really.
Somebody say something there, so? It's not United Workers' Party anymore. It's Workers' Party. Next comment. What Wesley needs to do right now, if they come back to us for vote again, tell them you want $50,000 per person in Wesley for the next 5 years.
Not even.
I like that comment there. You want $50,000 per person in Wesley for the next 5 years. Per person.
Oh.
Per person. Every year, $50,000 per person. It's a figure they can match. So at the end of the day, they can't win.
But tomorrow I have a lot of flack tomorrow.
No, but
you don't say nothing. But you don't say nothing. You just say you're thinking still. You don't confirm whether or not you want to go. So I don't know what you want to do.
Exactly.
I can't tell you what to do, but I will tell you.
All I know, the people on the live stream.
The people that want you to go.
Yeah.
I have it on the live stream tonight. So make up your mind, Drex. Drex, make up your mind, Drex.
Yeah. And you know, I wake up my mind fast, right? The last time I only had what, 2 weeks?
Mhm.
2 weeks camping by myself. If I decide no, I can make my team now and make my movements now and start now, right away.
Right away.
How you mean? And get ready for nomination day. Yeah? But that's how it looks like.
Yes. So okay, this comment coming in here now. Yes, it's an independent year. This thing with the leader having domino tournaments and on sports rap every Tuesday night, that's not helping the people. Drex know the people on the street is for him. So what's the problem he can have? What problem he can have? All right. All right, now Drex. So the comments coming in. The comments coming in. I want to read that comment there again. Yes, it's an independent. The thing with the leader having domino tournaments and sports rap on every Thursday, that is not helping the people. Okay. Oh, you understand the comment?
Yeah?
Peter, you understand
Remember
the
when we
comment?
had to talk with what's his name
What?
again? Palisot.
Okay, okay, okay. All right. So
Yeah.
once you guys understand the comment and the trend that it's taking, it's time. It's time. But fellas, now honestly, we have 8 minutes left on the live for tonight, for sure.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Minutes.
yeah.
Anybody have a comment that they or something that they want to say on the live, read out for them right now, we can do it. If you want to call in, no, not call in, no, but just leave. If you want to join the live, say you want to join the live real quick. We have 8 more minutes. We can entertain somebody if they want to come on the live stream with us and share their thoughts, share how they feel. Leave it in the comment box and we'll bring you up. We have 7 more minutes and counting. Um, who believes that Dominica needs a change? Who is ready for a change in Dominica? I asked the question the other day on Facebook. Who is a leader? What is a leader? Who is a leader? What is a leader?
What is a leader?
To me,
Mhm.
my opinion, a leader is someone who is willing to make sacrifices that the other teammates wouldn't make. A leader is somebody who will make the uncomfortable decisions
Mhm.
and live to die by his decisions.
Mhm.
That is a leader.
And a leader is also somebody who is capable of attracting people to follow him
True,
or her.
Mhm.
true,
Mhm.
true.
And a leader is also somebody that the society love.
And
Yep.
not necessarily love, but fear. But fear.
All that too.
A leader is somebody that demands fear. Because why? If I fear you, for instance, Clint, somebody said that when we was growing up, we listening to Granny, but we know Granny and Mommy gonna put a beating on our ass. So we fear the beating. We're gonna do the things Granny them tell us to do. It's fear, love.
Yeah.
It's fear. It's fear. We fear them. Why we do the things that they tell us to do? We don't want the beating. So sometimes a leader demands you to fear him, to make it known that I will issue. Somebody coming in the
I
comment.
come,
Clint,
yeah, check, read it.
Clint, if or when you get into office, would you accept the same pay or not? The same pay as a PAL rep? I kind of lost the Terry. Break that one down a little bit better. We have 6 more minutes. No, not 6, 4 more minutes. Break that one down a little bit better, Terry. Clint, if you or when you get into office. No, it's Clint, when you get into office, would you accept the same pay or not? The same pay as a PAL rep? What are your plans for Wesley Bro?
Look, the questions are to come in now.
If I accept the same pay, but it's not really if I would accept the same pay, it would have to be a decision across the board with all the ministers, people in the government, to go have a consensus as to what we do with salary. So most likely, because of the state of the economy, these people have to take a pay cut. They have to go down a bit.
Okay.
Oh,
I think
wow.
that is where Terry was going with his question.
Yes.
I think that is where he was going with his question.
Okay.
Ale, you hit it on the head.
Somebody asked me, what is the second question?
What
What
are
are
your
my
Plans
plans?
for Wesley, yes.
A lot of plans for Wesley, but the question is,
Give us one.
I want to include, I really want to include young people in the development of Dominica across the board.
Okay.
And that is not we're sitting alone, that's across Dominica. I mean, we see it now. I mean, we're seeing young people neither here nor there.
True.
And it's not like say, in other days, like when I go high school, you know, or before I go high school, when people used to just come out of school and maybe get a job. And you really, Dominica full of educated children, whether it's high school or college or university, they're educated, they have common sense, they can apply themselves. They have ways to see they can build themselves. But what? The system does not allow for them to multiply. And it's a burning fact. It's a fact. Oh, somebody say great answer. Of course, yes. Yeah, it's not about the money, you know. It's about the ability you're gonna give people, you know, to continue better in life. As if I sit on tonight and I watching my village in particular and Woodford Hill. Those two villages in particular, those were two agriculture-based villages, you know, and right now they're dead. So you want to include, whether you want to be in construction or trucking or agriculture or in a tertiary industry, whatever, you're supposed to go there and find a niche for those people there to perform in life. You can't have young people just wasting away on the road like that every day. And then you're coming back, an educated pilot coming back to offer them a $5 or a $10. Go and buy a beer.
How would you attract the road or the just in time that again? Edit that one.
Let
the road.
Yeah, Mr. Robin, I sent you a message. If you check it past, you'll come in here.
Say it again.
No, Mr. Robin, I was just addressing Jason. I sent you a message, Jason, on Facebook so you can organize.
What can you do to make agriculture rise above CBI?
Okay. The Ministry of Trade and Agriculture must operate in tandem. So if you have an effective trade ministry, then agriculture will meet the recommendation by the people. It will go places because you have people that can go out there and market Dominica. So you have agriculture and manufacturing. Right there across the board, you're good to go. The thing is, people here willing to apply themselves in agriculture. You have people in the customs, you have people in police, doctors, they're willing. But at the same time, they're still telling you, when I plant my thing, it's staying on my hand. You understand? So if you have a good trade ministry and you have the proper people inside there to go out there and market what you have, then you can tell people plant willing, just plant garden because you have place to send it.
Send it here.
Yeah. If you don't do them thing there, we still dead, you know. I see you can have decks here. You can have decks here go in Antigua and sell planting by Epicurean or by First Choice or by Chase in Antigua. This is ridiculous. You have decks here, the main, what do you say? What do you call them now?
The main exporter.
Or the main agent, the main exporter from Dominica, the biggest exporter from Dominica. Decks here. And they want to be in the same supermarket with me. I mean, I can tell them don't do that, but at the same time, it tells me that they're ready yet.
Yeah.
They need to go out there and find an extra regional market that can take thousands of tons of plantain or banana or dashing, those kind of things, from one exporter.
And not
So
even
you
that,
find it-
not even that,
you
no
find-
drink. Also our refined goods.
Yeah.
Also
So
our
young
refined
people, you have people that have a passion for agriculture. Yeah.
Export agent.
Yes, export agency. You have people that have a passion for agriculture, they will go into it and they will find themselves. There are plenty more in agriculture.
yeah.
We have to teach our people to mass produce again.
Look at, for instance, look at a man like Jason doing his CMOS.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
He wants help to export his CMOS to reach other Caribbean islands, to reach America. What are we doing to put this man in a predicament to carry his
I
business?
better, if I ever come in a ministry like that and a man I just come to me and tell me he wants $10 million to go into his CMOS, he shouldn't have no reason why you shouldn't give it to him, because you see, he already versed in that.
All
He
right.
know where he's going. He know what he wants to do. It doesn't make sense to give a man like just $10,000.
No,
You're gonna frustrate
that's
him.
disrespecting him.
You know, not even disrespect, frustrate. Because $10,000 can't carry him nowhere. It cannot carry him anywhere.
Look at business for you right there.
I ship to Totola indirectly. There's a middle person. You heard? Okay, yeah. I was saying I ship to Totola indirectly. There's a middle.
Reach out to the person, Clint. You've seen her name,
Yeah.
so now reach out to her and,
Yeah.
and figure something out.
Okay.
Mhm.
Have a buyer for you.
All right.
You know?
But yeah, it can happen.
Look,
You
Jason
know?
responded and said $10,000 is no money for him. So that is facts.
Well, of course, no money. Somebody like Jason, if Jason, I'm a minister and just come with a proposal, $10-20 million, yes, I give it to him. Yes, I approve it. Or yes, I send it for approval from the state. Because a person like that know the ropes. The man know how to cultivate CMOS. You can do it. He would know that.
Mhm.
You understand what I'm saying? The CMOS is no other CMOS is not about go and die for CMOS again, you know. You tie your rope in the water and you do your thing and they grow in.
They grow in here.
Yeah, so you can grow them where you want to grow them. So now, if the state through the Ministry of Trade look for a proper market, that's where he gonna function. You know what I'm saying? As well as if you give him the kind of finance he wants, he can also import CMOS from the other regions in the Caribbean to process in Dominica the same way like how Chris taking planting from Dominica to process in Antigua. He can do the same thing. Yeah, he can.
Good.
He can.
But
Of
what's
course he
that?
can.
Clint? What's that?
Uh-huh.
Clint? I in America here, I buy in CMOS. but I'm not buying it from Dominica.
Okay.
The reason I'm not buying it from Dominica is because it's too expensive.
You know why it's expensive?
Mm.
Because it is not cultivated. Sea moss is more like an aphrodisiac in Dominica.
Okay.
Like something that's scarce and you want to get it. So the price up there. If you had farmers, so as I tell you, a man like this would come with a plan. And he would say, in his plan, he would say, well, he can pay Fido X amount of money to cultivate it.
Yeah, because there's opportunity. Yeah.
Same for Richie, same for Clay. So he has his farmers around the island. He can get the product from.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of thing. That's the way, you know.
Yeah, because watch that. I buy a pound of sea moss in Dominica is almost $70 a pound. Right?
It don't go up to $100.
It does go up to 100, yeah.
And I buy a pound of sea moss on another island for $30.
Jamaica?
I buy a pound of sea moss from another island for $30.
But I know Jamaica selling it cheap. They have they call it Irish moss, they call it up there.
Don't worry about where I buy my sea moss from. I buy it. No. You think it's sensible for me as a man to spend $70 or $30
For the same pound, eh?
for the same pound? I mean, we're doing business, we're doing it.
Yeah.
Does it make sense?
But Richie, let me try to amuse the people in there a little bit. You know I planting, right?
Yes, Wednesday, I still need sea moss.
So if the system put in a good marketing strategy for planting production, and I go to the government for land, and they give me 30 acres of land to planting, I planting it.
Mm-hmm.
And if they offer me 60 cents a pound, I take in the 60 cents, bro. You understand me?
Yeah.
I take in the 60 cents across the board because why? I can mass produce.
Mass produce, yes. Mass production.
Yeah. No, if you put that in contrast, no, I will plant 1,000 planting and I will force to sell it.
Mm.
Well, not really me, because I put myself out there for my own thing. But we talk about the ordinary farmer. He has to force to sell it. And you know why? Because he want the high price for it. The reason why he want the high price is because the market on them small. He don't push out plenty. He taking losses. He can't afford to take more loss. So you have to find compensation for a yard.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have a big output where you know instead of 1,000 you can plant 15,000 planting. Come on. When weekend time you're making all 10, 15,000 out of 60 cents. When you go home, you're good.
Yeah. Because no, you can afford a cheaper price.
You can put a refrigerator in your room for you and your wife. And put wine in it and drunk in your room in the night. You're happy. Tomorrow morning you wake up, you're good to go again. Yeah, people that wants the vex.
I know the time over past, Jason. Don't count my time for me. Don't count my time for me. and I bought from Jason for $50 a pound. So that's why I say that the price is good. Okay then. You see that?
Okay.
Wow.
You see that?
You understand me? So you want to be with bright ideas outside there. And if I would tell you, if I look for advisor, all advisor would never come from Wesley alone. But I can bet my last dollar with you. Jason Robin will be one of my advisors there.
But Jason from Wesley. So
what about that? No, I know what I'm talking about.
Call in, Jason. Call in now. You give you 5 minutes on the platform real quick. Call in real quick. 5 minutes for Jason. No, not 5.
that's really the way to go. I mean, you have to include young people in Dominica development. You do that, like what happened right now, we do.
Yeah, man.
And if you can, you know the breakdown. Social security become nothing.
My brother, I was on a live the other day, and I tell them in the next 10 years, Social Security might not
You
have
don't have problem.
$1 to give nobody.
So that is what already happening.
What about planting the cannabis sativa? What
But
about that?
all that, we have a Wesley man again, champion in the cause in the US. You harnessing all those people there together to come down, to bring the necessary people, to have the necessary forums with the young people, to cultivate, to create industries in Dominica. If they bring it across and have all that in Dominica, that is the way we have to go. We can see on here, and our young people are melting away into oblivion. It doesn't make sense to me.
Brain
It doesn't
drain.
make
Good
sense to
evening,
me.
my brother. How are you doing?
Yes, sir. Good night, good night, good night to everybody. Again,
Yeah, man.
I like the discussion. Only was on my only in my arena, so I said let me just call and give my 2 cents,
Okay,
especially
go
in
ahead,
this
sir.
conversation. No, but Clinton looking into some solid points there. I must be all up on that. It it don't make it sense. Well, I don't really into the land farming because I don't know my foot on them do good. I believe in this farming. And you know, we have a misconception in Dominica that Dominica is soil rich. That's not true. Dominica is soil rich for a little period of time until rainfall. All the
Mm-hmm.
substance in Dominica going in the sea. The
Mm.
only you everything in them and throwing. If you see that those is the land properly for the ground to stop there running out, all the substance going in the liquid water and in the liquid scoops and them and they're going back in the sea.
Let's see. Yeah.
Now, the CMOS is the last hope to get back the nutrients and reintroduce them back to the land. So, I know the full spectrum of the CMOS from planting, harvesting, processing. I teach that to people.
You
Now,
teach that. Okay.
CMOS in Dominica right now is $80. CMOS in St. Lucia is $15 to $55. And
Mm-hmm.
people have a thing saying Dominica CMOS is the best CMOS. And I say, that is fake CMOS. I want to clear it on that. CMOS is filter feeders. So wherever you put the CMOS in, that's going to be
Without Jason. Without. Go ahead now.
yeah. So CMOS is filter feeders, meaning it doesn't have a root system. Anywhere you plant CMOS, once it's in the water, it's gonna grow. Why I don't understand is why Dominican people picking up CMOS in the sea and sell it $80 for umpteen years, and people are planting CMOS on a large scale, selling it for $15 and $25. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Everywhere you see that dirty water, CMOS going to go very good. You see the Marigot Bay, CMOS going to go good there. But the minute you plant CMOS there, the whole bay going to come clean because the CMOS like the dirty water. And
Mm.
although very right, you see them like $10,000 and $5,000. Them things just embarrass manufacturers.
Of course.
Just, even if you want the little money and you get $5,000, I can tell you straight that $5,000 they're more tinier than anything else. You want like serious investment. That's why I've been trying to walk around with the proposal. I started from the pilot level and then to the second phase. The second phase we reach yet because the man's taking. You check. The
Okay.
PM give the word and everything already. But to the following up, you can't really get to the PM like that. The people in them that got in the PM is like vultures. They be even like they're hungry. All of them studying themselves. You just, so the PM and them end up looking bad. But it's the people them around them and that cause that kind of a thing. You understand? The CMOS industry, I don't see why. Even man like Ben Jones is my old man widow hot. But in reality, the man they've been in the CMOS industry for 35 years, employing people for more than 35 years, and they stick to the fort. And up to now, I don't really see the man getting no massive investment, no serious acknowledgement. It's like Benjos is still in the obscurity, although they are the main producers of series for over 35 years. And majority of the market is 90% of the market is out of Dominica. So I think if you see, like a lot of people don't think about change. I doesn't really study change much. What I think are necessary is for us to observe what we have, see what are working, and assist that. You understand? That's why I wanted to know what Clint's plan is for Wesley. Because it's very easy to say you're gonna go up, but what are going to be different than what we have there already? You understand? And I talking about less Wesley like is my place because in my mind I just consider it. So the young people and them want to hear what kind of a system you're going to organize, what route you're going to take. You're going to develop groups because I think that's the best way. I know most of all like church groups and all like tourism groups. I think that's the best way. Any other way going to be very hard, and you're gonna have to do a lot of work by yourself and you're independent. You see, when you're independent, you have to try your best to make your work easy. Now I was trying to encourage my brethren and them in Marigot. Work with the groups. 5 years is not a lot of times. You know you have groups interested in specific things. The leaders should help them people coordinate their activities. Like a lot of leaders like to come in and push their agenda on people. But the leaders have to observe what are happening, where the interest is, and help them people in the areas of interest. So you can have 2-3 projects happening simultaneously because you are the groups running them for you. You just voting on the group's behalf, you're getting funding for them, you liaising, you're lobbying on their behalf, and that's all they need, you know. Now I tell them, man, our parlor rep right now is a very good parlor rep. You understand? And I say, if you go up to give Fidel a little headache, it's very healthy for your economy. Anytime you see only one man that's going up and win, they just get complacent. So that's why you should challenge them, but you have to go with a nice plan. You understand? The agriculture thing, people cannot go wrong in agriculture. Agriculture is how money does create from scratch. Fishing is how money does create from scratch. All them educated people there, even if the man doing agriculture, fishing and building, all them educated people that are working now. Plenty of people doesn't notice that, you know. So if your basis is agriculture, structure a nice little plan. Start it all now. And you have a breed of planting. And trust me, my brother, you see that breed of planting that I don't need to tie? I think you should start with that, Clint. Help my God, and I will say nothing of the song fancy. Anytime you see you stop to apply planting price going up. And I think depending on the government to get more markets going to be futile because we notice that is not the strength. And remember, this government think agriculture should be on the back burner and tourism should be in front. You understand? So because you're living in Wesley and because Wesley Marigot, that district there, is the best place for planting and living based on the last assessment they make. I think agriculture is a good way for you to start off. Just have a nice structured plan and you're going to move because what I see people doing is making a lot of promises and they doesn't know where to start.
Read that comment there, Jason. That comment they're coming for you.
Which one?
The one that they're on the screen there right now.
I don't think I can say that properly now.
I suspect we need Jason Robin to go independent. My partner is a young politician, you know. Peace Joseph, come and see your boy.
No, but the man, imagine in my little community, the man know me, you know. You said, I don't like leading, but I realize eventually in the future I might end up having to lead because people don't really have a voice. People need somebody to represent them and not song pretty. I don't interested in songing pretty. And since I'm doing that for free for so long, I think eventually I will definitely go in the political arena, especially when I am a man like Clint to make noises. I know you go still at my back, even if
Whatever.
Yeah, but it will be my pleasure to see Marigot on that level, because all my little accidents and them. The truth is, the amount of people that check me, boss. That is why I do most of the things I do for Marigot, because I was thinking people that get fed up with me. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 accidents. People gonna go stop, come and see after that because they're checking Jason is I never say come see. But Marigot people never really stop coming and check me. And you see, because I think about that, I think eventually I might be willing to sell them and make a money in the process.
I have 2 questions to ask you. 2 questions. We first started off with the and this time here now we really have 10 minutes. We have to cut it off. I have to get up in the morning.
Yeah.
2 questions. We started off asking the question: what does 5-25-25 mean?
5.
And 5-25-25. What does that mean?
You got to put that in context. Some area I lost.
The Prime Minister said on May he's keeping a big rally on the 25th of May. This is Sunday. What does that mean to you?
Well, to tell you the truth,
the 5th month of the 25th day of the 25th year. What does that mean?
That don't mean nothing to me. That doesn't mean the date. That's all that means to me.
Okay, cool. And the next question is, what's the next question I asked? What is a leader to you?
What is a leader?
Yeah, what is a leader? Oh, who is a leader?
Okay, well, a leader is somebody that's going to take the mission of a group, make it his priority, put systems in place to ensure they accomplish the goals. You're also going to make the environment conducive for proper communication. The leader also have a role to keep the group together and keep them aligned to the priorities. So a leader is not just a dominant person like how most people think. The leader also have to sympathize with the members, check up on the members, be a people's person. The leader have to make people comfortable to be themselves while they're doing their work and sticking to their mission. That's what I think a good leader is supposed to be. Not someone that is exerting themselves and frightening people and making you feel like they have to be in authority. It's a different types of leader. But good leaders are leaders you're just happy to be around. You're going to hustle to go to work. So like my work I have there right now, even if we don't have work, she want to come to work. Because I make the environment so comfortable. You understand? Not comfortable enough for her to do her work, Comfortable that even when she have a little free time, she going to want to come to work.
Come back to work.
So that's why I say good leaders are. A lot of people mixing up leaders with authoritarian dominance. You understand? People exerting the power on people. It have places you need them kind of leaders there. But Dominica is a nice, like a soft place. Dominica is a place where people basically living in heaven. They just don't realize that because people don't pay attention to it. But that's what I think a good leader should be.
Okay. So, Fido, tell him what 5-25-5 means.
Well, I'm gonna tell him what the Google is saying, Let me just see if I can bring it up then, because I have some other stuff I try to look at there to bring in. All right, so this is what happened. When I look up, I just Google that. 5-25, the 5th month, 25, the meaning of it. Google bring me back to our date, which is May the 5th, 2025, which is a square root date. Okay? And then right in the next sentence, it shows me 5-5-5, which is a portal that emphasizes on transformation. And that's so kind of funny to us because we understand that going viral already in the parliament. The Prime Minister say 5 + 5 is 55. So we just find it strange that same date you look at for the date is linking back to that.
Wait, I think I missed that little section there. You say the Prime Minister say 5 + 5 is 55.
Yes.
And you're saying that 25, 5, 25 is a
Google
portal.
You know me? It's Google. It know me it's Google
and it adds up to 55.
You know me it's Google that's saying. It's Google that's saying that.
Oh, all right, I get you. So what happened there now, right now is conspiracy, conspiracy theories. We be there now.
Demons, man. Demons.
No, but
No.
hear the thing. No, and I like what going on there. You see, most of the people that say they have them kind of a powers there, most of them making up stories. What the man does do well is psychology. They're playing in people's head well. But you say when you catch the bait now and you start to spread it, that's when it'll start to work. You understand?
Oh,
So let me still tell you 25, 5, 25 is a portal. Remember, they believe in that. Now a portal is a portal for everybody. When somebody tell you what the portal is for, that is when they're restricting your attention to a specific thing. But if it's really a portal is for you to do anything, for you to move from one place to the next, for you to transform. So you can literally take that same information there and transform your thinking, transform any kind of limitation you have. And I think the man making up story. I think the story that most of the man can't do, most of the people say.
Okay, look, somebody leave a comment there. Jason, 525 is the same if you read it backwards. As a matter of fact, from the 525, 520 to 25 to 520, 29, 25 is going to be the same reading backwards. No, that's interesting. I see that 55.
No, you realize when the Prime Minister say, you realize the Prime Minister did not make a mistake when he said that.
No.
You realize every single body focus on that 55 there and they forgot everything else that talk in Parliament.
Yeah,
You
they
realize
focus on that. There was a
It's
highlight there.
It's very easy to take people's mind off of what they're supposed to be paying attention. I don't think them think they're significant. I just think them think gonna play on them superstitious people mind. And I just I don't our attention to keep our attention on the little I don't even know why they correct me to use. I don't understand nothing all the time. But I don't think them think they have significance like what people say. I think that's playing in people's head. Honestly. But that's my point of view. That's just my point of view. But the manufacturing, to go back to the manufacturing is a way to go. And Clint, after experience in the credit union, what I think all they should do is what? Is go to the credit unions to make it a little easier for people to get loan for them kind of purpose there. You understand? Somebody else we have to start to use is those we have that working already. The credit union is also a group. You have to work with the credit unions to make the farmers have access to the easy loan. They make a $60,000 there, them $80,000 there. Give them a nice grace period. Let them do what they have to do. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm gonna give a real example. I've been same project I've been running behind the government for 2 right now. If I go to the government, I go to all of the different credit union record to and the almost of them different students. And one of the things I see that hard the most, and it even hard for fellas like me, because my money does run low sometimes, is getting access to the money there. And even when you get the money there is expensive money. So let me say, I to the man for $15,000 the other day to buy a homogenizer. I wait 1 year for the $15,000. Now, when they finally agree to give me the $15,000, I go on in for the $15,000. They're telling me I qualify for $7,500. You know what I'm telling you? No,
Less money than what you ask for.
No, that cannot buy the machine. No, I decide what I can do with that money there. If it's to take the money there at all, I check in. I need a more different little things, but that basically tying me up.
Mm-hmm.
Understand? Yes, I need the funds, but I need a homogenizer. I have my whole project. I targeted funding because they're asking for so much things. I just try to figure out what am I really holding a ball of money there for, you know? So much little talala you have to do to get a little money. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
And when they shortchange you and give you the small money, They're still on your case, harassing you, although they put you in a
To pay you, to pay back.
Yeah. So I think the aid bank need to reorganize the priority because I even hear the Prime Minister himself, morning fire need bank and telling need bank, all of us holding up the money, forget the people the money. I listen at myself.
Yeah, I heard it.
It is too difficult for
To get
farmers
money.
and them people that are doing their simple work, the work that really
That's
generates
true.
to get money. And I don't say
That's true.
it alone. It's the same thing applying to our credit union in Marigot. You check? It's very, very difficult for people to get money. And when you say they get money, they have to go through so much red tape, get demoralized, criticized, and then you still don't get to know the grace period. It's too difficult. Dominica just too hard to do business. And it's not the government are making it hard, because it's not the government that are running the credit union system. You understand? The government is telling the aid bank to give the people them the money. Yes, they might be talking shady, but a man like me that know my way around, easy to move. It's still very hard for me to get money. Watch how long I struggle in my CBOS. If I never get to talk to the PM direct, I would never get a small change. And look, now it's still very hard to talk to him because he have a set of security guard that guarding him like this. Their money, they guard it. They insurance, they guard it. And end up getting bad name. You understand? It's too difficult. Way too difficult. So Clint, I voting for you against Fidel. I really want Wesley to have a competitive election. Do not allow Wesley to go down easy where one man just come in and win.
And win.
Understand? That is when people get complacent. They can get vexed in their one. Do not allow people to come and win in our constituency easy. Put up a fight. You check? Show them what your plan is. It could be one thing you're going to focus on. Agriculture is enough. You understand? And all you have the airport right now. Make sure all you capitalize on that airport. They bring it in all your vicinity. All you have to put the money trap on them in place all now. You understand? Do allow the airport to come through, and then everybody come in and make money on all you. You
Jason,
have to,
I don't like you. You always want to come in the last minute.
no.
to give-
5 minutes.
Positive advice.
Wherever
When
you
I
give
tell
me,
you my thing had to
2
end.
minutes. It could be 1 minute. Wherever you see, I take it and I disappear in. But Clint, don't think I'm making joke. Push hard for your people.
I know.
Go with a plan. It could be one single thing you're going to do. Just do it well. And I know you're in the farming, and farming is our backbone. They can say what they want, but fancy job. All them pretty talking doesn't go in pocket. They need the farmers while they buy our planting for 50 cents, and they go in and do their accounting and make $6,000 a month. Remove the 60 cents equation. See, they're going to make the $6,000 a month. Planting shouldn't be selling 60 cents still. Organize a market. The government focusing on tourism. You can get a market. Watch what Natasha just do there. Watch how Natasha just shake up the northeast there. Put Priv, all the man running hardcore. Natasha put them in the dust. One move. You understand? You link with Natasha, you put things in place. Why you want again? You don't have no much big headache to do. Start it all now. When it's time to run, you're gonna see. Don't try to recreate the wheel. That's the most I can tell you. Don't try to start from scratch because you're too old for that. Your beard starts to come white like my own already. Work with the people and them. You're seeing that working already. It's hard to start from scratch. Anyway, I don't want to take more time. Thanks again, fellas. I like the
Yeah, man.
vibes. I come in late, but I like the vibes.
Yeah, man.
Just hold on. Just stay right there. So Jason. Go ahead with your.
Yeah,
with
I'm
your
just gonna just do the Salic awareness segment right now. The young individual you see right there, so he's 7-year-old Gianni Bridgewater, and he's currently battling a severe case of aggressive pneumonia. His condition has worsened significantly, leading to collapse left lung and weeks of fluid drainage with little progress. Doctors have urgently recommended that he be airlifted to a specialized medical facility due to his critical state and breathing complications. Gianni is a bright and loving child, and this has been an incredibly painful time for his family. They are seeking prayers and financial support and any help possible to get him the urgent care that he needs, and they have a GoFundMe for this young fella. So if you guys want to go over there, son, support in any way, shape, or form, you can do so. I think
Do
we'll
you have the
post a link.
GoFundMe information? We can post it
Yeah,
after the live.
I'm gonna post it in the comment section so anybody can just click on it one time.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
do that. So yes, people. Oh, look it right here. So the GoFundMe information is there. If you feel the need of doing the GoFundMe, I would very much appreciate for the family to get that GoFundMe information out to you. It's there. Click on it. Give them something. Whatever you give it from the heart. We would like to thank you guys again for your candor, for your comments, for everything. Clint, I want you to give your final no, not Clint. Jason, give your final words, and then we'll go to Clint, Fido, and myself.
All right. I want to say for the little partner there, the ammonia, I think them people should be rubbing Mr. Foot with some garlic every single night, every single morning. Not the garlic itself and leave the food on it, you know. Just the juice and put on a socks on a little boy their foot. You understand?
Mhm.
Give him some cherry bark to drink regularly. So start to help the system to clean itself. Now I don't really believe in the giving money for them kind of things, but the advice that does work a lot. That's one of the best remedies for cold. Tobacco does help a lot too. You can actually just stick the tobacco on his back with what did I call it again? It's a thing they call it friar's balsam. You know them people used to stick some bush on us before. You just
Yeah,
pass
yeah.
in the balsam on him and you stick the tobacco on him, you're gonna extract the fluids from him. You understand? So to get rid of the fast, that is some of the things you can do. He's very young, so I not go tell him nothing about coffee. But if it's a very serious situation, the garlic going to help him. You can also do the garlic in some water, like you cut up onion and garlic in the water and put it in the environment where you're inhaling. You're gonna help. Now, just to say my last words on the program, folks, we always have to remember, and I like how it's on this program, I get into say that again. The government might appear as intelligent people, but the government only strong in what they're strong in. Now, the government is just an extension of us and our capacity. That is just some Dominicans we put there to do our work for us. So if we have good recommendations and we can actually form groups or assist groups to assist the government efforts, I think we should be looking in them directions there also. It's very easy for us to criticize what people doing, but criticizing alone and using your expertise is just as the people that are not doing anything. You understand? So we basically don't need to put additional stress on people and not doing so well for them to even do worse than what they're doing again. So I just say we are the experts in agriculture. We've been the expert in agriculture for many, many, many years. Agriculture dying, it appears that we dying. So I think if we can get somebody to revamp that, come in with some serious new initiatives that can complement what are there already, I think it's gonna help. And I think the market situation is just a matter of people like Clint and Natasha them putting their head together and finding some solutions for the market, because people don't want to look at marketing, people want to plant. So if we have you, Clint, I would recommend you start to think along them lines. Align with the groups, align with the people in the fields already, and let people start to make money from scratch. Anyway, fellas, I want to say big up to all you again. I want to big up to all the listeners, and I want to say that's a nice vibe from Wesley. Very proud of all you.
Thank you, sir. Clint, go ahead.
Well, yeah, for me it's basic. Wesley, man, always interested to see Wesley do the good things or great things. I always have an interest along my line, you know. I want to see people multiply. That's just me. I also like to see young people being included. I always go to that level there. Make sure young people part of the game, you know. And yeah, basically, but you know, Richie, you know from all time, you know my vibration. There's always that. I was a basic Wesley person trying to look out for the better for everybody in Wesley. You know, sometimes, you know, every time you're even making it. But the fact that you can bring something to the table, that is one of the better things for me. In my meditation, that's how it is. My grandmother teach me something. She used to tell me, eat little and live long.
Mhm.
And I go by that to a certain extent, you know. Everybody want to get something big, yes. But at the same time, everybody just want to be productive. And I like to see people be productive. So we see where that goes. Like I say, I kind of feel independent again.
All right. Well, I like to
hear that. You know.
I like to hear that. Well, Fido, you know what? I gotta switch it up. I gotta go now, and then you will close up.
Right, man.
I want to thank you guys for coming on and for always being there and just being there, man, and being able to share positive vibes for the people of Dominica and for the people of Marigot, Wesley, Woodford Hill to follow and to listen to, because we need that. We need that in our meditation. I listened to Jason's remedy for the ammonia, if the family so chooses. But listen to what Jason said. But for the people who feel that the young man should travel and can assist them with the GoFundMe, be your brother's keeper, because you never know where you're gonna fall tomorrow. So each one help one. I will personally be donating. You all should see my name or something associated with me on the GoFundMe whenever you guys look. So look out for that. I just want to say that we need help in our country. We need to pray for our country, for the people of our country, for the leaders of our country, and let us want the best for our country. We don't come here to bash. We come here to educate and to elevate our leaders and hold them accountable. Thank you guys for paying attention. Cardo's Media. Go ahead, Peter.
Yeah, man. Just wanted to reiterate what Cardo just said. Thank you guys so much for your support, for your participation in the live stream. As we want to bring information out, want to have discussions, you guys been consistently supporting us.
Yeah,
thank you guys for that. One of the takeaways, whenever Mr. Robin comes on, he always has some serious 2 cents. It's 2 cents, but some heavy 2 cents. To give us, But again, I have one thing I just want to do, Mr. Roll. My opinion, I would really like for you to run independent, but you haven't said. You say you're feeling. So you haven't given us the affirmation that you're gonna do it. So then, I hope in you that you take it very serious and give us another option, give us something to get excited about. True. So guys, as we just said on Cardo's Media, don't blame the messenger.
Listen to the message.
Listen to the message. We gone.
Well, this is Cardo's Media, and yeah, don't blame the messenger. Yeah.